Yo, what is going on, guys? Alpha Guardian here. Today we're back with another video. Now in today's video we're going to be going over how I soloed the Legend Nightfall for this week, which is Warden of Nothing. Now some of you may not know, that the Warden of Nothing is the server strike during the Prison of Elders. It's a pretty hard strike, but there's a lot of boss rooms and stuff like that. But I hope this video helps you guide and good loadouts and strats for you guys to use during this video. Hope you guys enjoy this video, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys. Let's get right into it. Let's get right into it. So let's go over the debuffs or mods on the Nightfall. So this one's match game. Now, enemy shields are highly resistant to all unmatched elemental damage. Now that what basically means is that if there is a enemy with a void shield like a Minotaur, and you shoot it with like a solar weapon, it's gonna barely do anything to the shield. So that means it's gonna take you longer to kill that enemy, which obviously could result into a death. This one means equipment locked. That's kind of self-explanatory. Is that once you actually click launch, once it goes down the 3-second counter, after that your equipment will be locked and you will not be able to change anything. No mods, no shaders, no guns, no supers, no nothing on your supers, nothing. This one has champions all. Now this was the difficult part of the Nightfall ordeal, is that this mod contains barrier, unstoppable, and overload champions, which cannot be stopped without an anti-barrier, unstoppable, or overload mod, respectively. So that means they're gonna have all three types of champions. That means overload, barrier, and unstoppable, which means you need all three stat mods to stop those, or you're gonna have a really tough time killing those champions. Next one is air superiority. So flying units do increase damage. That means basically when enemies are in the area, that means they do more damage. So that's during this Warden of Nothing. There's really nothing that floats in the air. There's sometimes Cabal like to jump in the air while shooting. Sometimes the boss is floating in the air, so he does increase damage. So that means you definitely want to make sure you stay hidden when flying enemies are in the air. And the last one is pestilence, which means when defeated, scions spawn void grenades at their feet. So that basically means when scions die, they drop a little void bomb, just like the bombardiers for the hunter. They don't do a lot of damage, but they can still hurt and really screw you off at the wrong moments. So let's go right into the loadouts now. Now my loadout is not completely perfect, but this is how I soloed it in 21 minutes, as you guys will see in the next the coming video, or the upcoming this part of this video. So what I used for this one, for my striker Titan, I used Thunder Crash. Now note this, you really want to have the new Thunder Crash chest piece for the Titan, because this really increases Thunder Crash damage, which really is going to help you in the final boss. I don't really ever use it against the any champions or anything, or ads. I just use it against the 2 small bosses that are in the strike. So make sure you definitely want to have this on. Next up, you want to use Pulse Grenade, because as you guys will see in a minute, I use this Pulse Grenade for my overload. I use Towering Barricade and a Catapult, and obviously Thunder Crash. So let's go over our weapons now. Succession is a very good sniper rifle. I'm going to be using it for my anti-barrier, and also you want to have boss spec on it, because in the boss room we're going to be hiding a little bit, so that means you want to have a good far range weapon for taking out ads. And anti-barrier is just really good for sniper. You don't have to get up close and personal with the champion, so you don't have to risk dying to it. And I just have a really good roll, no distraction snapshots, but any roll would work with this succession. Just make sure you have the anti-barrier sniper on. Next up, we have our Void Gun, which is also, as I forget to mention, that our striker will be our arc void shield for this one. So Palindrome is going to be our Void Gun. And I have Rangefinder, Killing Wind, Ricochet, and High Chamber Compensator, but that doesn't really matter. The roll doesn't matter. But I will be using this for my Unstoppable, and I have Targeting Adjuster, so I can hit my shots easier for ads. I'm going to be using this mostly on ads and Unstoppables to shoot them once with the Unstoppable mod. Now that's not really that hard to use, but Palindrome is a very good weapon. I really like it for PvE and PvP, so I think it's a double whammy. Next I have Lament. I'm going to be using this for taking out overloads when I stagger them, and using it for anti-barriers if I have to. So basically Lament is really easy to use. All you have to do is hold down L2 or whatever system you're on to rev it up, and then slice, and you do really good damage. Also, I'm going to be using this on the boss. Next up, I have my helmet, which I have hand cannon targeting on so I don't miss my shots, and I also have stat increase. On my arms, I have Unstoppable, and so this is gonna be for my palindrome, and this is gonna be for my succession. Make sure you have these on, or you will not make it very far into this strike. You want to have Unstoppable, a hand cannon, and an anti-barrier sniper rifle. If you want to know where you can get those from, you can get these from the artifact. Now I'll go over my artifact in a little bit, but let's go over our armor as we just were. Next, I have sniper rifle reserves and concussive dampener. So that means when reduces incoming area of effect damage from companions. So when like goblins shoot grenades at me, or cabal shoot grenades at me, or something shoots grenades at me, or when fire is on the ground, sometime it does least damage. And then I obviously get sniper rifles, or increased amount of sniper rifle ammo you can carry, because that sniper rifle, it really saved my life during this run. Next up is the Iron Twig Greaves, which is the shotgun scavenger. And distraction, very easy ones to use, nothing too special. But upcoming here is the surge detonators, which are gonna be basically your arc overload grenade, which is gonna be very, very important. And then right here, defeating stasis. I was supposed to have this on, but make sure you have passive guard on, so whenever you have your sword out, you'll take less damage from companions, which means when you're 3-peeking to make sure there's ads around the corner, if you are getting shot, you take less damage. Nothing really special on my Titan Shell. On my artifact, now let's go over this. So we have our Unstoppable right here. These ones don't really matter, I just put these there so I can get to the next level. Then I have anti-barrier right here. I have the arc grenade one right here, and then I have the sword one right here. So this one, and this one are three key ones, and this one is just one if you have extra slots and you want to use it. Now, now the video is going to come up as me completing the strike. I'm going to be walking you guys through my thought process and what I'm doing during these parts of time. Sometimes I won't be talking, sometimes you just hear the gameplay. So, yeah, just enjoy the video. So once you load into the nightfall, you're going to want to run as fast as possible. If you're going for a speed run, this is what this video is going to be about. It's a speed run. Is that you're going to want to ignore these goblins, and then once you get up to the champion, you're only going to want to kill only the champion, and then put down a barricade and just wait for the door to open. He already has one raffle win. His times are kind of sus, but I know what he's doing. We traded strats last night. Me and Al. He gave me a strat that basically saves me about 10 seconds, 20 seconds.
I'll get this prisoner transport out of your way, and maybe find the knights.
I love how these trains just destroy everything in its path. Once you've gone past all these champions, make sure you pull out your Sparrow and just drive past these trains. Remember, they go left, then right, then left, then right. Pretty easy pattern. Next, drive by these ads. You don't have to go for these there since you're speedrunning. Next is go onto this very hard path. Now, I almost die right here, but it goes left, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right. Now, you don't have to really remember this pattern. Just remember, don't make sure you don't get hit by those trains, because those are an instant kill and will mess up your speedrun. Just drive past the champion and all these ads over here. I use my sword to try and get me up there fast as possible, because those ads can kill you very quickly. Alright, 2 minutes and 15 seconds at the Minotaur Room. Alright, trains are gone. Don't worry about them, Ben. If I talk to myself, don't think. Now you've gone past what I think is the most hardest part of the strike, which is the trains. So now here, what I try and do is I try and get all the goblins out of the way. Shoot the right goblin on the right side, because those guys can either 1-tap you or 2-tap you depending on your light level. Now during this I am 1310, which is 10 levels above the recommended, which is 1300. Now since I have anti-barrier and a sniper, I can shoot through the Hydra shield, so that makes it pretty easy to kill that. The Hydra can hit really hard, so it's going to become my first priority. After that I usually take out all the golems that spawn with it, and then I start to focus on the champion. Ooh, that hurt. Thank you, train. It's not. If you look at the Conqueror, no, the Conqueror doesn't tell you which ones are now anymore. No one. That's how I knew before when we're in the rotation, because whenever we're in the Grandmasters, those are in the rotation. I feel like once the champion is dead, I clear out the room as fast as possible, trying to get the boss to spawn in. Note this, that you don't have to kill every single thing to get the boss in, just a good amount of ads have to be dead, including one Minotaur. So I usually kill one Minotaur, excuse me, and then I kill some goblins, and then once after that, the boss should spawn into the room. Now after that, I usually use my Thunder Crash, and then get ready for the new room. Oh, what now? I like Bolo's rule on Friday when he does raffles. If you have like a 1.6 plus KD, you're not allowed to play with him. Yeah, 1.6. Once you're done with the Minotaur room, you're gonna want to go into the next area, which will have a lot of ads, but you can run past this pretty easily. He has a fair system. If you follow my exact route, you should have no problem getting past these ads. There are other routes, but I think this is maybe the easiest route. I use my sword, Lament, to try and Lament skate, so I can get past these areas as fast as possible. I also charge up my Lament at some points to hit an ad to get some health back, just in case I get too low. Alright, I'm at the Cabal part at 5 minutes. Now once you get to this Cabal part, now this is where the fun begins. Now what I do is usually clear out as many mines as possible, because those mines can slow you down and get you easily killed. Take out the Cabal first, because the Cabal, remember this is going to be a key point during this strike, is that the Cabal and the Vex are fighting. So that means they sometimes won't be even focusing on you, and you can easily get some easy headshots in with your sniper, or you can just shoot them easily. So just clear out all the mines, clear out all the ads, including the champions, to get ready for the mine part. They have turtles for turtle for faces, and they just get completely destroyed. They've started so many wars with us and lost every time. It's like, why bother trying, man? Bro, this goblin is body blocking this anti-barrier. What the heck? I just did such a risky move. Wow, it's useless to figure out stuff. Like, what happened to Shax's other horn on his helmet? That's what I want to know. They are dead. You are not. You guys should send. Once you get to the mine part, make sure you pick up the Scorch Cannon, because you can use this to your advantage for the first A-bomb. So I shoot at this doorway, hold it down, so as soon as ads come in, I can easily blow them up. After that, I just unleash on this doorway over here, killing as many goblins as possible. And after that, I just usually try and stay away from the goblin. I actually put anti-barrier on him, so I can stun him and then get ready to go to the next bomb. Again, you're speed running, so don't worry about the champion. Next up, I use a little bit more of the Scorch Cane to take out the ads. I actually almost die here, I think, but usually right here you just want to put a shield down and just sit behind the shield and wait for the bomb to be destroyed. While I'm doing that, I'm taking out Cabal from far ranges and goblins and all of them from far ranges using my sniper and palindrome. Next, I head up to the next area, which is the last bomb, which is going to be a little difficult. I use my solar charge thing to take out those ads on the top right there. And then I use my lament to gain some health back feeding those goblins. Now this is where it gets a little tricky. I didn't get to destroy this mine over here, so it became a little bit of a problem. Sit behind this little barrier in here and wait for the Minotaur to come to me, because if you go to them, it can become a problem. I mess up a little bit on taking care of this Minotaur, but I'm making sure I stand in the white circle so I get this bomb completely done. After that, all ads should disappear and you should get ready for the mini boss phase. Note this, that the boss is not as strong as you may think he is, so it's not that hard. Once the ads come in, I usually take out a few of them and then make sure, actually forgot that there are shields that spawn with them. So make sure you get to a safe area unlike I did and take care of the shielded Cabal. Now remember, with any anti-barrier sniper you can shoot through their shields, so it's an easy headshot. And they get their stasis abilities and they use them. I gotta take out the shield dudes first. No, I have not. Once you've taken out all the ads, you should be clear to go to take them out. And there you go. You completed the Cabal area. Now this may look like a hard area, but honestly it really isn't, as long as you keep calm and have a good strat and just play it cool and take your time. If you don't take your time, you're going to rush, and rushing makes you mess up, and messing up makes you die. This is such a good run right now. Oh, stop shooting me, Daddy! It's already clipped, so there's no point. I'm at the boss battle at 11 minutes. This is definitely gonna be a submission. I've put down the boss battle to a T. It's not even funny. I've looked at I think 8 reruns or speed runs and what they do during like the boss battle, and I've seen so many strats. In my strat, I have down pat. I actually made up this one myself. Now once you get to the boss room, now I have a few strats for this room, but I'm going to tell you the way I did it. Now the way I did it is I took out all the extra ads first and then worried about the champions. The champions were fairly easy. I only used my unstoppable to take out the main one and then sorted him. In the goblin, I used my my sniper and used a little bit of my sword. You don't want to use a lot of your sword because you're going to want to use that. Hi, Turtle!
An old friend is here.
Love you, Turtle. He can hear me. I got the thing on.
Cabal reinforcements.
Alright. Which side is he going to? Alright, he's going to this side, which means I'll be more exposed on this side. Put a shield down here. Hi, Beast! Love you, Beast. More like a brotherly love, but okay.
purchased. A room. Time stalker of the books. The overmind.
I need ammo.
Minotaur.
Burn, baby, burn, burn, baby, burn, burn, baby, burn, burn, baby, burn.
Yes, burn my preciouses.
Oh my gosh, it was literally at 1 HP, holy crap. I might have gotten this gun, boys. This is definitely a GG. Let's go! 15 minutes! 14 minutes actually, it's not even done the timer yet. Come on, stop timer, stop! Stop! Stop!